Got a new pair of boots, but you knew this already. Probably saw the short or shorts. Check that out. It's natural Cypress, 56 last. Really cool. Not exactly my first choice of sole. This is the Eugene Black Sole, or Black Eugene, I think it's called on the box. I really liked the Eugene Regrind, but they don't seem to make that anymore. And this is their only flat sole. And I'm guessing Truman will probably use it a lot for the 56 makeups because it's sort of I guess a little bit more of a dressier, not dressy, but dressier last shape, with it kind of being more elongated. These were kind of not an experiment, I don't want to say, but I've never actually worn the 56 last. Obviously, it's pretty new and I didn't own any pairs. I looked at some, but nothing kind of grabbed my attention enough to go through the hassle of buying and possibly returning, because returning, even when it works, is still kind of a hassle. Packing it up, shipping it back. Sometimes you got to pay shipping. The one that kind of was intriguing to me was that the Crazy Cow in the green seaweed. That's what, seaweed Crazy Cow. I did actually really like, by the way, that mineral Crazy Cow that was almost like a super dark aqua color, but they only did it in the 79, so it didn't matter. I won't buy that last anymore. I had that one pair in 11.5 or double E, and it was just a terrible fit. And I do own still the natural vintage OG stitch down natural pair in a 12D, but to be completely honest with you guys, I haven't really worn it more than just like around the house a couple times. But I'm not a fan of the 79. It's just not a good fit for my foot shape. It pushes my big toe way too much, and going up to a 12 kind of is annoying. I don't really want to do that. I still don't think it would fit well, considering how bad the calf grain pair and how bad that fit, pushing my toe even in a 12. So 56 though, I seen, and I'll put some of those pictures up in this video, but I'd done a post about it. I saw somebody post on Reddit or something. Truman had done a Facebook, I don't have Facebook anymore. Maybe it was Instagram. I don't have either one, but some post that showed those kind of animation or whatever they have some pictures on their site, but it shows how this 56 has a little bit more room over here for the big toe and then more room for the little toe, and then I think it has a snugger heel or similar heel to the 79. The big issue I had with the 79 was the big toe push, so I'm like, well, it has more room over there per their own, pictures and stuff, and the photos of it did look kind of like a bigger toe, and people are saying it's long, that I'm even hearing people size a half down from their 79, which makes me think, well, if the best size of the 79 for me is a 12, then 11 and a half would be the right size, plus it has the extra room. This should be probably a fair chance that it'll work for me, so I went for it. This is a really cool leather. I really love my other pair in the 20 last in natural Cypress that I've got back in 2023. I believe it was the original time they ever offered that leather. Truman, that is. But I don't know, that 20 last is weird. It's like it fits, but it's not perfect. It does actually push my big toe a little bit in an 11 and a half, but that pair, I don't know if it's worse or it's just the leather. This is kind of thick stuff. That other pair is a very thick natural Cypress. This is pretty thick too. And I don't know if it's that or something, because it seems like it's just a little bit snugger versus the Sesame pair that I got more recently, 11.5D, and that pair fits pretty good. I have a 12D pair that I have to wear, boot socks with, and that one obviously is good, but it's, maybe a little big. So the 20 was good, but I always said it was not perfect. It was serviceable, it was decent. This is the last for me. So I don't see myself buying any more 20s after trying this. Time will tell if I change my mind, or, because I love the sprung toe, bump toe look. That's always been kind of my preference since I got into that stuff. It all started with the Red Wing 875, but, that look, maybe, I don't know, I guess you could say the Wolverine 1000 Mile, and I had a Beckman in Featherstone leather, back in 2012-ish or something, and those all had bump toes. The number 8, Red Wing has a bit of a bump toe too. So You know, maybe it started further back, but I like that look. Whereas this is more, I don't know, this almost to makes me think in a way of sort of a Viberg 2030-ish look, but I think I don't want to insult this because I don't like that boot. This looks cooler. And this is not a Brettberg, which I'm not interested in their boots anymore. I might even sell one of my 310s because I'm kind of really not a fan of that brand and their insanity anyway. This is a cool pair. The finishing and build is, you know, typical Truman. I've had good experience with them. I know some people don't, but stitching is really nice. Finishing is really nice. You know, it's not perfect like anything. You know, the whole handmade, people love to give excuses, but, you know, there's a couple little marks here and there. It's not like whites where they trash, you know, beat the hell out of the toe of the boot in shipment. Truman's smart enough to actually, you know, wrap their boots in paper to keep some protection. But, you know, there's a couple little marks and stuff in the leather, but it's fine. Like, it's going to get a little bit of those kind of things anyway when you wear them. There's nothing crazy. The only thing, if anything, if I had to nitpick, is I don't even know if I would do it now that I look at it both. I was in my short thinking they kind of sanded the toe welt a little bit close, but it's this pair. But honestly, if you look at them, it's kind of even. They kind of did them both kind of close, so it kind of looks symmetrical and okay. I don't know. I don't think it looks bad. This is really nice leather, as I said. I really like the natural Cypress. I don't see any issues. Some people say they have a horrible quality control. Not my experience at all with Truman. I've not bought a single. I mean, not that I've bought that many boots from them, but I've bought. Am I at 5? I think I just went up to the next bracket. Obviously, I sold the. What is it? I'm not counting those old OG ones that I bought from eBay, but just from Truman directly. I had to sell those 79s. So that's, you know, even though I have the credit for it because I bought it from them, those have moved on. But, you know, I have this is, if I don't count the stitched down one, this will make what? Is this 4 pairs? Yeah, 4 pairs. So 4 pairs from Truman directly, not a single quality control issue. Really happy. It's, you know, just quick, you know, they got the typical thing. You get the nice, I really like these Truman cloth laces. What's weird about this set, I'm not sure if something happened with their production. This is just how it came, which is completely fine. They're both like this, right? But if you're familiar with Truman, these laces used to come with a, you know, kind of like like you'd get in a package almost, where they were rolled up tight and had a Truman branding like tape thing around it, if you will. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if I have any. Well, I don't have any handy anyway. Sort of like it was purchased, and I think if you buy them, you can buy their laces from their site. They probably come to you that way. It's a little weird that this doesn't have that, unless the production changed or something. I think they get those from Spain, if I remember on their website. They're nice laces. I'm probably gonna do the cloth. I think I love those tan cloth ones I have on my 20 last Natural Cypress, but these came with a brown. Maybe they're not gonna have that style anymore. And honestly, I think these are different. These feel waxy. Yeah, these are different laces, so they may have changed their supplier. These have a little bit of a wax. I can feel it. Or they're taking them out of the package and waxing it in-house. I don't know. There's definitely wax. I can feel it now. My fingers are sticky from touching this. So that could explain it. I do prefer the tan ones. The brown is okay, but the tan looks cooler. You've seen them on my Natural Cypress 20 last pair. But yeah, this is great. This is 11 and a half. It doesn't feel too big. I'm wearing my Parker 602 M's in an 11 today, and I kind of put them side by side and made the point to line up my heels and looked at it, and they're just a little bit longer, which is expected. This is 11 and a half, the Parker's 11. But as I told you, those Parkers in 11 and a half felt huge. The 11 slightly small. I wear them with a thin sock. This is like that Goldilocks that I was saying. Like I think I said in my Parker's video, I wish they made an 11.25 because that probably would be my size. This is kind of that. This Truman 56 and 11 and a half fits freaking amazing. Like I put my foot into it not knowing what to expect, hoped it would work good enough, and like I would know it's an option because the 79 is not an option, and I was stunned. I tried the right boot on first because that's my sensitive foot, and I was like, shit, this fits better than the 20 last. It fits better than the 20 last 11 and a half, and it doesn't fit huge, not huge, doesn't fit big like the 20 last does in a 12. That my one pair of 12 that I got on the seconds page is like I have to wear a boot sock, not my typical thin socks. If I wear them with a normal sock that I normally wear, they feel big. These just feel perfect with a normal sock. And I probably, because they feel perfect, could get away with a lighter boot sock, maybe a darn tough lightweight, or those Dickies boot socks that are just kind of thicker than normal, but not thick, thick. I bet you I could wear those with these and it would still fit. It might just be kind of more of a firmer, snugger hold, whereas with my preferred thin socks, it just felt like nice, like kind of luxurious. So yeah, very happy. Not surprised by any issues, so that was great. I will say the listing called this a flat welt. This is a storm welt, and I looked at it. I'm like, well, maybe they just messed up the post, and it should say storm welt. And I'm glad I was right. So the picture was correct, and I feel like they would have got a bunch of grief if they did a storm welt only for the product photo and didn't actually ship it that way. So I got my storm welt cap toe, and now I've tried a Truman cap toe, I've tried a Truman storm welt, and I've tried a Truman 56, all in the same boot, and I love the leather and love the fit. So now I'm a 56 guy. I gotta feel these out, but I think there's a high probability I'm gonna now have to sell my 20 last pair in this leather because it's similar and this fits better, and I gotta start. I can't have too many boots in the closet. It gets out of control. But I'm really happy with this. Anyway, guys, cheers.